Hurricane Milton is impacting travel plans for people right here in Northeast Wisconsin. Some travelers forced to look at different options to get to Florida or stay home. Emily Roberts joining us live right now inside Appleton International Airport. Emily, what do travelers need to know today?
Aisha, business as usual here at Appleton International, but some airports in Florida are making those last-minute preparations to keep everyone as safe as possible. That could mean canceling flights. In some cases, that means temporary closures. Allegiant Airlines here at Appleton International does have some direct flights to Florida. Those locations are St. Petersburg, Sarasota, Orlando, Sanford, and Punta Gorda. No direct flights set to leave today, but you could see more impacted flights as Milton gets closer and makes landfall. Of course, many more flights on different airlines heading south could be delayed or canceled. Appleton International's Air Service and Business Development Manager Jesse Funk says the most common question people ask is if the storm is going to impact their flight. According to Funk, it's hard to tell what tomorrow's flights are going to look like across the country as airports take the hurricane on a day-by-day basis based on the storm track, damage, and workers returning. Funk says safety is number one for passengers and airport crews.
People in Florida that work at the airports in South Florida or anywhere in Florida have to evacuate as well, right? So as they come back to work, the airports might not be fully staffed, so really just be patient.
You can always download your airline's app for the most up-to-date information if you're traveling. And if your flight is impacted, reach out to your airline or your travel agency. Live at Appleton International Airport, Emily Roberts, Action 2 News.